to all. Today, grade 8 students are presenting a debate competition on playing violent video games can make people more likely to be violent in real life. Let's start.
Fast.
Both experimental and non-experimental research have shown that violent video games damage young people, playing them in both short and long term leading to criminal and antisocial behavior. It also creates unwanted psychological arousal and belief in a scary world.
I am Sahil Gupta and I am expressing some lines on violent video games in favor. There is no firm evidence that playing violent video games lead to real life violence or even aggressive behavior in kids or teens.
As my friend said, but the US military force plays these violent video games to train soldiers.
But violent video games provides opportunities for children to explore consequences of violent actions, developing their moral compasses.
As you said, Pratik, but violent video games may cause aggression, bullying, and fighting in the society, which leads to so much of blunder.
As my friend Sachin said, in a case in America, there was a child. He played GTA 5. It is a violent game, but in which he learned how to drive a car in real life. One day his grandfather and he was going to on a drive, but his grandfather get frightened, by which he used his driving skill to drive the car and save his grandfather and him.
As you said, Danish, but these types of violent video games or these types of games can make people addicted, and they can distract from their studies, or they can distract from their
They get
jobs.
distracted.
As she said, but the violent video game provide opportunities for children to explore consequences of violent action, develop their moral compass, and release their anger in the game.
As you said, but it leads to the lack of focus and concentration, and kids and adults don't get enough sleep when they play violent video games.
Fast.
Uh, According to Statista.com, games spend time 1 to 3 hours per week on playing console game as the financial year 2023.
As you said, Ayush, but it is not good for mental health, and it can decrease mental and physical health.
As my friend Aradhya said, according to her, games waste time. But you can see many gamers like Jonathan, Total Gaming, they also play Free Fire and PUBG, which are the violent games by which they earn money in a good position.
Earn money, jaldi bolo.
It is a waste of time, and everyone agrees it. The ultraviolet light of video games, because of their high graphics, causes problem in our eyes, and it leads to headache.
The violent video game increase the life of force more weapon moving on to higher level and more. The US military is used to violent game to train their soldier to kill.
These types of games can make people distracted for an hour, and we
Creates
should
violence in the society.
and create violence in our society, and we should create a timetable for these violent video games, and try to play less to and try to make less
Focus more on
and try to focus more on our work and our studies.
studies, which will help to
which will help
Help
to
us to
increase,
become a healthy human
become
being.
a healthy and wealthy person.